Welcome back to my channel. So in this week's video, I'm going to be transforming my wig from what you guys saw previously to this and then to this. So if you want to see how I achieved it, then keep on watching. So I was actually going for that kind of Marilyn Monroe, short hair, Taraji P. Henson sort of like vibe. And this hair is actually weave that I got from Becky's Wigs. About 2 years. It's almost 2 years since I got this wig. This weave, I It was mean. Initially body wave and black. I actually had to bleach it myself to get this sort of blonde look. But I couldn't film that part because I honestly had this wig made by my students. I held a class, like a 1 day class, I think somewhere last week or last 2 weeks. And I had to dye the hair myself so my students could have weave to make, because I really don't like to dye hair after I've made the wig. I prefer to do it the other way around. So I dyed the bundles and the frontal, and then I taught them how to make a wig, and then they made the wig for me. So yeah, this is what I wanted to do with the wig, like change the style, the cuts, and all of that. So that's basically what we're doing today. So I honestly over bleached this hair, but the hair turned out to be pretty good, which I was so mad about, because when I got this hair 2 years ago, I thought like, okay, the hair is cheap and all, so the quality is like probably bad. So I just bought I think about 3 or 4 bundles, because I actually had in mind to start doing YouTube again like 2 years ago, and I was always busy, so I couldn't get the time. So I got like a few pieces of hair down that I wanted to start making the videos with. So this is part of what I got, but then I couldn't really work on it because I was busy, and then I had to like shelved in boxes and stuff like that. So I couldn't get to try out the hair to know that it was this good, because even after me bleaching, and I actually over bleached this hair, guys, like I left the bleach on, I was doing dishes, and when I came, the hair was literally burning and on fire. Like there was so much heat, and I could smell it. It felt like when you're burning a tire or something. So yeah, after washing it, putting purple shampoo and all of that, drying it, making the wig, this is how it turned out. So if you guys were paying attention to the video and not exactly to what I was talking about, this is me just like trying to layer the hair, trying to get the cut to be right like I wanted. So I actually wanted a lot of layers in the front, so I did a really like choppy cut. And I also prefer to, trim hair or cut or layer hair with the scissors than with the razor comb. That's just my preference. So I mean, everyone has whatever they want, so you choose what works best for you, and then you go with that. So, um, I always try to make a video for how to layer hair, but it's like anytime I'm done, it's like some of it is out of frame and stuff like that, and I feel like I don't really know how to explain stuff like this. So there's actually a lady on YouTube who I watched a video of hers once, and she basically layers her hair, the same way I layer my wig. So I'm actually gonna try and link her down in the description box below so you guys can go check. What I'm doing now is I'm actually checking the length of my head with the length of the mannequin head, because I wanted to know where exactly I wanted the wig to sit. And now I went in with my trimmer, and then my clipper, and then I just like cut the hair to the length that I wanted. So I do have an in-depth video on how I cut all of this. So I'm going to link that down below. So if you haven't watched it, you can go watch, and then you're going to understand my thought process when it comes to trimming or cutting your hair into a bob or into a blunt cut or whatever. So that is basically just how I cut this hair. So after you're done cutting, you actually want to step back and look at the wig from front and make sure, if there's any bit of hair poking out and all of that, you want to trim all of that out. So this hair, I actually used just two bundles for the wig, and the hair was super heavy. It was like so heavy, considering the hair was actually 16 inch. So you think if the hair is longer, then the weight will be less, so that like if you make a bob and you cut it, it won't be as heavy. But no, the hair was super heavy, so I had to go in with some thinning shears and like take most of the bulk of the hair out. But even with that, the hair was still like quite bulky for my liking. So after doing that, I decided to straighten the hair before I could have just went ahead and curled it, but I feel like I just wanted to straighten it first and see how it looks, and then I'm gonna go in again to straighten and all of that. So because I've done straightening so many times on my channel already, and I have like videos and stuff like that on how to straighten, I just wanted to show you guys the products that I put in, and I straightened this off camera. And look how amazing this wig turned out, guys. Like, this hair has bounce, it has flow, it's heavy, and it's firm, which is one thing I keep telling you, that if you're buying hair that is super soft, don't waste your money, because if you're trying to get it straight, it will look like it's bended, it will look like it's wavy and all of that. And I hate when hair looks like that. But with this hair, to think that it was originally body wave, and look at how good it looks after I straightened it, and it feels like bone straight, and it has a lot of body and a lot of movement to it. And this is a 16-inch that I cut, like I said. So I'm honestly super surprised with this hair. I wish they would still restock. I don't know if you guys go there often, but the name of the hair is actually African Girl or African Star. So I think, because I bought different brands, but I think this is the one that was African Girl. But when I asked the lady, she said they don't restock it anymore. So I don't know if you guys watch this video and you want this hair. Please, every time you go there, go ask her about the hair. Tell her, oh, you wish you should restock. Maybe, just maybe, she might change her mind and restock. So yeah, I decided to curl the hair because I wanted the short bob, like I said, Marilyn Monroe type of look. So I just basically went ahead and curled this. I do have an in-depth video of how I curl my wigs, but if you guys want me to still make another wig curling or styling video, I definitely will do that. But then I actually take my time through this, and I show you guys 80% of the process, so I think it will be easy for you guys to understand. So I'm gonna stop talking here so you guys can actually watch and enjoy the video. The only thing different with this video from the first one I did is the fact that I'm actually curling inwards. Like, when I place the curler, I move the hair around it inwards as opposed to curling it outwards. So the theory or the idea is to curl it as though you were doing a roller set. So you know how when you go to the salon and you get your hair washed and you're trying to roll it, yeah, the same direction that they take you through, that's the same thing I was doing with curling this wig. So even for the back of the hair, that's the exact same thing I did as well. Because if you're trying to get that old Hollywood sort of waves, then this is how you're supposed to do it. And I just go in to set it with more hairspray because I want my curls to last me longer. So yeah, even with the back, as you guys can see, I'm curling inwards as opposed to outwards. So just watch the rest of the video, guys, and you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. Leave the curls in for probably like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. You want it to really set, and then you take it off. This was me taking it off like 4 or 5 days afterwards. So yeah, that explains the change in outfit. And I actually had to recurl this again because, like I said, I moved and there's a lot of like drilling and sanding and all of that going on. So I actually got this wig very, very dirty, and I think I lost the curls because of the dust and all of that that go into it. So I had to recurl again. So now I'm just trying to mold it because I wanted to have that sort of finger wave look. But it turned out, even though the hair feels so good, it's still quite dry, like very, very dry. Mostly because I over bleached it. So as you guys can see, it's a little bit hard for me to brush through it. It's not as what's the name? Was it like silky smooth? So when I'm brushing it, it's like I'm getting hair that is holding on to the comb. So it was a little bit difficult for me to achieve that style. So even though I was able to do something later on, I was like, okay, maybe I should just stick to my regular degular. I always find it funny when people say regular degular, but anyway, so I thought about just sticking to my regular wig with a bang in the front. And sorry, that camera shake sort of like took me aback, but anyways, I just took my brush and I brushed everything sort of outwards. I can't really explain this, but you guys will just have to watch and see the motion. So yeah, I just brushed it and I got this like super delicious, super sexy. Sometimes I feel like hair is delicious. I feel like you can eat hair. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. But anyway, so yeah, that is the outcome. I'm actually gonna apply this wig next week, so you guys should stay tuned for that. And I'll definitely see you guys in another video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in next week. Bye.